Yes, leave school.
Alex said firmly, his gaze steady.
Leave school for some days, maybe a week or two, just to avert this danger.
Aisha stared blankly into the space before her. The weight of his words pressed on her.
Leave school?
The idea was unsettling. She imagined the consequences: missing classes, falling behind in lectures, and explaining herself to her parents. What excuse would they even believe? Her goal in school was clear: study, excel, and avoid distractions, especially from men. Running away now felt like surrendering to the chaos she had worked so hard to avoid. Finally, she broke the silence.
Thanks, Alex. But I'm not one to run away from challenges. I don't think I want to leave school. Aren't there other options?
Alex sighed, frustration etched into his face.
That's the best option I can come up with right now, Aisha. Leaving school is your safest bet. Trust me.
Aisha exhaled sharply, shaking her head.
It was nice meeting you, Alex, but I've got to go back to my hostel now, okay? Thanks anyway.
Alex watched her walk away, his stomach churning with unease. She wouldn't listen despite his warnings. She was determined to stay. He clenched his fists and turned towards his own hostel. At least he had tried. Later that evening, Aisha returned to her hostel. Her roommate, Barbara, immediately noticed something was wrong.
You look worried.
Barbara said, closing the novel she had been reading.
Where are you coming from this late?
Aisha hesitated.
I met someone. He told me something disturbing.
She pulled out the note Alex had written and handed it to Barbara. Then she recounted her meeting with Alex and everything he had said about the Black Belt cult. Barbara's reaction was swift and dramatic.
Ha!
The Black Belt cult?
Those people are not to be trifled with. If Alex told you your life is in danger, he means it. I've heard deadly stories about them. Deadly stories, Aisha.
Aisha frowned.
Barbara, I can't just pack my bags and leave. What about my lectures?
My grades.
I'm not going to let these guys dictate how I live my life.
Barbara leaned in closer, her expression grave.
Can you hear yourself? Do you even know what is at stake here? This isn't about missing lectures. Do you want to live with the stigma of being raped for the rest of your life? Because that's what could happen if you stay.
Barbara's words echoed in Aisha's mind long after their conversation ended. She sat on her bed staring at the note. The logical part of her knew Barbara and Alex were right, but her pride wouldn't let her run. The next day, the campus was buzzing with excitement. The Jambites Night event was the only topic of discussion. For the Staylights, it was an opportunity to charm freshers. For the freshers, it was their first real taste of freedom, as no parents would be at the hostels to give them any curfew. The anticipation was electric. Alex spent most of the day torn between frustration and dread. He had done everything he could to warn Aisha, but her refusal to leave meant he had to be ready for the worst. Alex had asked Nkechi to be his date to the event that night and she had agreed. She was beginning to take to Alex, but they weren't an item yet. They invited Abimbola to accompany them.
3 is a crowd.
She said.
Besides, I have a church vigil to attend tonight, so...
At the venue, the stage was set and the atmosphere was electric. The artists were set to perform as the students gathered in droves, laughing, chatting and dancing as the DJ hyped them up.
This is going to be so much fun, Alex.
Nkechi said, beaming with excitement.
Alex?
But Alex's mind was elsewhere. He scanned the growing crowd, feeling the weight of the night's stakes pressing down on him.
Yes.
He wasn't really paying attention to what Nkechi was saying to him because tonight he was on a mission. As Alex and Nkechi made their way through the crowd, Alex's phone buzzed in his pocket. He hesitated before answering.
Alex,
A deep voice said on the other end.
the target is in sight. Get ready. Take a look to your right.
Alex's heart sank. He should have guessed she won't do as he had advised her. What was she thinking?
Okay.
He replied. Now he has no choice but to go with his plan B. But first, he will approach Aisha and give her a tongue-lashing piece of his mind. Suddenly, Nkechi touched his arm, snapping him out of his thoughts. Alex, you seem distracted. What's the matter?
Nothing. I need to step out for a moment. I'll be back in a jiffy. I promise.
He said hurriedly, albeit with a smile on his lips. He has to act calm so that Nkechi won't be frightened. Nkechi frowned. Step out? Alex, you're acting strange. Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. Trust me. I'll explain later.
Alex said, moving toward Aisha. As he moved closer, his phone buzzed. He looked at the caller ID, confused. What next? What's Alex's plan B? Will it work out, or will he get into more trouble? Why is he confused staring at the caller ID? Find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.